Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our final sixth qualifier for the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Highway to the number, the Zemus Zone. I am joined by some guy who's played FF4 like once or twice in his life, riversmccown. McCown?
riversmccown.
Yeah, I ever since you told me, I tried to get it right.
Nobody ever gets it right, but that's not a big deal. Anyway, what is a big deal is that we've got some qualifier spots up for grabs, and we might be seeing a lot of gambles today with everybody trying to pop a high score.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to collect all the things and try and get to the end as fast as possible. That is the objective here. And what do you think we're going to see gamble-wise? Do you think people are going to go straight to the moon? Do you think they're going to do, like, short tower? What are you thinking?
I would prefer to do the short tower for sure. I prefer to gamble underworld stuff quickly, the key items quickly. But I think a lot of the established strategy has just been to do the moon first, so we'll see. It should be interesting one way or the other. And not having seen a lot of these players on stream play, obviously they're fighting for their lives, so you're going to see some good action tonight.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see. I'm hoping that somebody does, like, you know, the one sylph check or like top of tower check, because those are the ones that are like easy to do. Like maybe, you know, get to the underground really quick and see what happens. But we are underway here.
Rosa and Kane. And a rat tail to start. So here's a key item. Doesn't really open anything up yet. And if this is my party, I'm feeling pretty good about, you know, checking a very small amount of chests before I go to Antlion Cave. Or problems as whatever they find may dictate that.
If I'm not mistaken, I think almost every qualifier, oh, except for one. I think one had both the hook and the magma key available, but all the other ones have been hook seeds. And so it'll be interesting to see if we see Darkness Crystal on the overworld again. That's happened quite a few times in our qualifiers so far, and has allowed for a lot of route disparities.
So we got another Rosa on the end, a wind spear early on, not Kane's best weapon, but something that he can at least pump out some early game damage with. So probably feeling pretty good right now if you had this start.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a friendly seed character-wise. You know, any seed with 2 roses makes me really happy.
The only problem is that there aren't even more roses.
Well, we don't know that yet.
In this item shop, we've got light potions. That's a good thing. You want light potions early for sure. Coffins, I tend to stay away from a little bit earlier, but 1 or 2 isn't too bad.
Yeah, one or 2 coffins. I usually try and roll with 1. You never know what you're gonna run into. It'd be a nice early time save.
So it looks like Direwolf will be the first person on our stream to check out Damcien and its vast treasury. Look, I would be surprised if anybody passed that up before they went to do either Antlion or Hobbs. Looks like a Blizzard Spear down there, a Rune Axe. Yeah, the Cane is now loaded for bear if you go to that treasure chest there. Treasure,
yeah.
sorry. And a Zeus
going to Troy as well. Zeus Gauntlet as well. Man, oh man, that's the place to be.
So if you end up going to Damcien first, you're already very pleased with how the seed has turned out. Just make sure Kane's in the middle so he gets full accuracy with that Rune Axe and start bopping things left and right.
Sura in the basement here, as long as with a ninja helm and a bandana, so pretty good haul from Troy basement as well. I think there was also an ogre axe in there.
Yeah, the only place that has been lacking so far has been Baron. Everything else is giving.
Are you saying Baron was Baron?
I wasn't saying that, but I'm glad you did. I think puns are important. I think it's important that we let the puns flow.
So the first shop in Troy, I had sirens. So that's going to be very important for grinding purposes. This will not be a siren in the seed. Everybody will be able to get all the experience they ever wanted and hoped and dreamed for.
Like, looks like Artemis arrows in Antlion as well. And the Mist Dragon boss is the CPU, which is nice to not see, because that can be a very slow boss sometimes.
Yeah, and it's funny to see people check this as that was actually demissed in one of our races that had the Darkness Crystal. And one of the reasons Moonblaze Wolf was able to win his qualifier by so much time was everybody did everything else without checking that.
Gambit finding Yang in the Octomam spot, so interesting to see those guys get checked so early. I guess confirmation bias hitting everybody hard now with that time, huh?
Well, hey, just think if it was actually demissed and they got something out of it. Can you imagine the amount of time they'd save over somebody else? It's a gamble. I love it.
So we're seeing a lot of equipping right here for Gambit and Direwolf as they begin what looks like their journey here to fight the elements, which is quite an easy spot for these guys.
So a spot like this, pretty easy to skip the phase transition if you so desire, and especially with the Blizzard Spear, you're going to do double damage to Ruby. You only have to do 400 HP worth of damage, and we have Golbez on top of Mount Hobbs protecting Sid here.
And with no Star Veils, oh, we got a Magma Key down here in Antlion Cave, so that will be the quick beeline for everybody.
Yep. All right. Lots of gambling options for all of the gamblers out there. Magma Key opens up so much in the underground. Nice and quick. It'll be interesting to see where everything ends up being.
Yeah, the interesting thing with this start is that you don't actually have anything pushing you underground as far as, like, I need more items, I need more weapons. There's nothing really pushing you down there right away, but at the same time, you go there and, you know, you find something really nice, then you're definitely happy you did it.
So Gambit was able to get Kane in the air before everybody got frozen, so imagine he gets to this Golbez fight without too much trouble. I didn't quite see how much damage Kane's doing. Oh yeah, Golbez has no magic power here. Very good.
Well,
Otherwise, this would be dangerous.
I mean, he doesn't have a lot of damage output besides Kane either, so a little bit interesting.
Yeah, that 3 hurts a little bit.
The other thing about having Golbez in the spot is, you know, you start off with this, and now the experience gets cut here, I think, too. So now you're dealing with potentially having to find some extra experience somewhere.
Yeah, I spoke a little too soon. Gambit was not able to pump out the damage that I thought he would be able to, and does take a death there.
So it looks like Fabul Shop has the Elven Bow and the Strength Ring. Or, yeah, Fabul Shop. So that's just gonna make it even easier for these guys early game. Obviously, it'd be nice to find Star Veils right now with how Golbez is kind of trolling people. Keddril actually moving Sid up, maybe get enough damage to actually finish the fight. We shall see.
So if you ran into Golbez here, would you actually take the fight or would you just leave?
I would probably just leave, but like I've had so many runs now where I've tried to cut down on my risk taking because I'm very cautious about how much I do it, and I really shouldn't. Oh, and so here's Dr. Luge in Fabul, so that's another boss that kind of cuts experience. So Siren Coffin will be really nice with that Magma Key, and really necessary in this seed, probably, given early game experience was non-existent.
Alright, keddril was able to get through with 2 cane jumps and pick up his Sid. Direwolf making sure to kill Luge first instead of Falnab, just to eat a little bit of an explosion here. However, with some low HP totals here, it's gonna hurt.
You just hate to see a Rosa treated that way.
Lofoz in the top left is going to be checking the shop in Silvera here. What's left that we're really looking for? Hourglasses, I guess?
I like that Silvera. Yeah. Hourglasses, Star Veils. What else can be up? Maybe Ether 2s?
Yeah. Cures would be nice. I'm a big fan of buying Cure 2s early.
The Hourglasses and the Ether 2s are here.
The doctor is out for Direwolf. And I looked away for 2 seconds and I didn't see what it was. Save me, Ikir. Thank you, Ikir. It's a Luga key.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. The thing about Luka Key is if you're really in a gambling mood, you can go check that right away. It will eat time, but if you're really trying to gamble something, I wonder if somebody's going to check that early and see if they can just take out that boss. If it's something free.
That's a heck of a gamble. Because if it's something you absolutely need, then you're in trouble. Silkbud Star Veil's exit. What a shop.
That's shop. Agart. Yeah, that's really nice.
So it is Agart. We had the magma key, so pretty much everybody's gonna stumble upon that without too much trouble, I would imagine.
So I forgot the part where you were supposed to drop the key down the hole.
Hey, it doesn't happen very often, okay? I don't understand.
Yeah, Keyless Tower, as the chat is saying, is also an interesting kind of play that's on the board now. Really more fun to do that one when you have the hook and you actually see the boss before, but not out of the range possibility, I think. I think people are going to be in a gamble mood in this race.
Yep, looks like Direwolf's going to be checking more shops in the top right. Keddril making his way down to Antlion on the bottom right. The Ambit bottom left finishing up for Bull, and Lofoz is going to be the first of our 4 restream players going underground. Electing to not do Fabul. He's going to go straight to Sylph Cave. I love it.
So he will be doing Fabul, just getting an extra key item out of it early on.
Yep, I'm a really big fan of this play because obviously you're consolidating your key item checks when you go to Fabul. And, 2 are better than 1 for sure.
Yeah, it's weird when you have underground access this early. Like I almost want to do some monsters first, just because you get the key item. Could be like the pan or something, and you kind of make it a little bit easier on yourself. But definitely like consolidating this check.
Can you believe Yang didn't want that rat tail?
I mean, he's already wearing the rat tail on his head, right? That's what that is. Did I just make Yang post-punk? I think I did. Anyway. We got Octoman at Baron in. As Direwolf tries to free a second Rosa. First Ring and Tiara in the Jobdorf shop. Those are 2 nice things for this party. Well,
so what's the origin story of Jobdorf?
The origin story of Jobdorf is that Rex Raoul, who is a good community member who puts out some really good stuff, helps out a lot on commentary, actually just said, why doesn't this dwarf have a random job, because in the real game, he just says, I am a farmer. And you're like, you know, it's not a bad idea. What if he was other jobs? And of course, lofoz didn't check, but hopefully somebody on the stream will. Direwolf having to reset there with the Mega Sisters in a very tough spot in Baronin for 2 characters only to handle. Runex does make that fight a little easy, but you still have to get up in the air.
Interestingly enough, Lofoz is electing to loot the treasures in Dwarf Castle. I wonder if he'll check the boss here or not. Nope, he's just doing a nice little lap. He's gonna head on out.
Really, the characters are well equipped right now. It's just a matter of Golbez being kind of a troll boss in one spot, blocking that Sid from most of the runners on stream, and then the Mega Sisters are also not free in the spot, though they don't have great magic power.
Yeah. So we've got sirens available, we've got hourglasses available, we've got coffins available. Would you elect to maybe kill a couple eggs and get some nice easy experience?
Yeah, I would have hightailed it there before I even checked Baron, probably, the way I play. But, I mean, you know, it's not like it's a big deal or anything. Our runners will get there eventually, I'm sure. So lofoz will get the check before or after here? Get it before. Okay, so we're going to see Sheila 1 here. Keddril getting a white spear for his troubles in Baronin, as well as that second Rosa.
Oh, baby.
And Sheila giving all of our runners a chance to go absolutely hog wild on the gambles by giving up the Darkness Crystal. So as a runner, this is kind of a nightmare scenario for me. You have neither the Legend Sword or the Adamant, and by the way, you can do pretty much anything in the game right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of options on the table. Let's see what all's on the table. We have the Luca Key, so you can go to Sealed Cave. We got Land of Summon Monsters, where Direwolf is right now.
At the top of Tower.
Tower, yeah. Dwarf Castle.
Ordeals.
Crystal Ring in the chest in Land of Summon Monsters. A little bit of a bust there. Obviously, Crystal Ring is very nice to have, but not exactly what you're looking for.
Did find cabins, though. Cabins are actually really important when you're trying to storm the moon, too, so might see everybody have to pick those up before they actually take the plunge.
Who knows? It could be another Luca Key to Earth Crystal to Twin Harp for the Legend Sword, and then Pan to...
Ooh, free bosses ahoy down there in Summon Monsters. We saw a blue enemy, which could be the Water Hag or the Gauntlet, depending, as well as the King Queen Ashura, which is a totally free fight.
I guess the only question would be, can you stop Water Hag fast enough before he obliterates your entire party, especially when you only have 2 people?
Yeah, this is kind of why that Golbez placement was really tough for our runners. Definitely have a lot of defensive equipment right now, but even still, without sirening anything out, that could be a tough fight for everybody at this point.
I feel like you almost have to use a Star Veil on this fight in order to not die. Fire Tooth can do a pretty significant amount of damage.
I'm trying to remember if it was like a community race or something, but I think recently there was a race where King Queen Evelyn, maybe this was World Series of Free Enterprise, where King Queen Evelyn was at Antlion, and you had 2 Radius. And that was the first time I'd ever wiped a King Queen Evelyn in my life, so that was interesting. Well, Direwolf looks like he's handling this pretty well. He probably wouldn't be in any real danger.
Yeah, and also, this is going to give a nice chunk of experience as well, so the next fight won't be as dire as we were making it out to be.
Well, I mean, if it's water hag still, that's pretty bad. He'll hit for a ton here. Like, I would be surprised if he did less than 800. So I looked away from the Mysidia check. I apologize, I was too blinded by dire wolves waiting around that King Queen up one. So 20k experience, that's nice, that's nice. And a ribbon, so not what you're looking for, but at the same time, at this point, you've got Tiara, you've got Ribbon, you've got Crystal Ring. If you do Baron, and you've got White Spear. Like, this Rosa and Kayn are really well equipped for the rest of the game. Can't feel too bad about that. I'm not sure if I've seen anybody on stream get a Moonveil, but if they had a Moonveil, and this was Water Hag, that'd be really easy. Keddril doing the actual grind here with 4 characters, so should work out really nicely for him. Usually I actually like to do Dwarf Castle first with a party like this, just because you get the experience boost, but definitely not out of the question to just do one right off the bat here.
Nice home run swing from Water Hag there to the tune of 1140.
I tried to tell him.
Just talk louder.
So at this point, if you have the Darkness Crystal, which I think lofoz is the only one who does, but if you were him, would you be like itching to go to the moon? Or
Absolutely.
Would you be like looking at absolutely? So you'd play right for the moon with this scenario.
Yep, because it was you already made the gamble, right, to early check Sylph and make and it rewarded you. So you for me, there's an argument to be made. Obviously, breadth first search, where you try and get as many key items as possible in the lowest amount of time, versus depth first, where you chase whatever chains you get. And I'm a big fan of depth first. Like, you make your play and you stick to it, and if it pays, and hope it pans out.
Yeah, I mean, I get that if you make this check later on, but or if you do like a little hook or something. But when you're already chaining the key items together, I feel like it's less imperative that you jump down that chain. I would actually be very curious about Luku Key right now. I feel like, anecdotally speaking, whenever I get Luku Key early, I feel like it's telling me something, and I rarely avoid that one if I get it early.
Sealed Cave always pays.
So Direwolf is actually going to be diving in here and probably will pay off that Dark Crystal as well. So we'll have 2 with that. Gambit and Keddril both did the grinding, so I think that puts for them the rest of the underworld is kind of on display now, and interesting to see what they'll pick to do here. If it were me, I'd probably do Dwarf Castle first.
Keddril's definitely going to show us what Water Hag gives, I would imagine. I don't think with 4 party members and some levels, I think it'd be good to go there. Did he not save, or is he just leaving? Keddril, where are you going, buddy? He must not have... Alright.
I believe in Water Hag as well. I think Water Hag's got skills. Can't discount Water Hag. What haven't we seen? We haven't seen Ordeals. We haven't seen Kaipo, I don't think. And we haven't seen anything on the moon yet. Lofoz hasn't gone yet.
No tower yet. No dwarf castle.
Tower.
Or dwarf castle bosses, I should say.
Yeah.
Looks like Lofoz is back for round 2 against Water Hag here. Really committing to the play.
Direwolf actually going in Spring and Sid now. The good old kamikaze doesn't work. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see that one. When the magic defense makes the boss untargetable, kamikaze misses, and of course, because kamikaze wasn't really programmed to miss, you just get that explosion, then nothing happens. Alright, so Gambit now checking this fight. We know what it is. Let's see some more Water Hag slappage. Oh, just
you don't get to see it.
No.
Sorry to say.
I just want to see Water Hag slap people around. Is that too much to ask for?
Yes.
Well, anyway. So we got 4 characters. I'm actually a little bit surprised that lofoz isn't pushing the character advantage here and using that darkness crystal just to get the character. Even if you're not doing the moon, like I find in these flags I really want 5 characters as quickly as possible.
Lofoz getting the ribbon, I believe. Had he already done that before or no? It was a Gambit that did that. I'm mixing up my runners here.
So keddril actually has the levels that he has pointed out in chat that he might be able to challenge this Water Hag. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Doesn't mean, I mean, you might want to lower battle speed to make it a thing that's, you know, more feasible, but he does have 900 HP on everybody at least, so that's a start. Womp.
.404 Edward not found.
Womp. Womp. Ah. Good old Water Hag deaths. Love to see it. Direwolf getting the Bahamut Grimoire. Now there's some time savings.
Why be Goobity can be lucky? That's what I say every time I get the Bahamut Grimoire.
Hey! keddril survived. So we get to see what's behind this. The pan hiding.
That's a heck of a find, especially for somebody like keddril who has not actually done Sylph at all yet.
That will push him directly to the Darkness Crystal.
All right.
Oh, I hate this. I hate the Mega Sisters fight when Sandy actually starts getting charms off. So annoying, even though in this case it was fine for Gambit. Like, it's just really a little bit out of sync for me.
You don't like getting self-medioed?
Never been self-medioed. Have been self-quaked though. Yes, chat. Sheila 1 check was the Darkness Crystal. So we know that that's there. What we don't know is what Sheila 2 is, which keddril will find out for us in short order, looks like.
We got some grinding going on for Direwolf. Gambit is looking to finally actually do ordeals here. Interesting choice.
I like it. Keddril picking up the Gungnir. Not exactly the best spear in the game, but definitely a good upper class weapon.
We've got lofoz in the top left, headed up to the moon.
Finally get to see it.
Pick up our moon character. My money's on Edward.
Rydia all the way.
And here we go. Keyless Tower from Direwolf. The gamble's coming out in full.
As we said, all these runners are trying to get in. So they will be taking some gambles if well, there's the tower key. So keddril now given almost complete control of the underground or the moon. His choice.
Yeah, that's looks like it's funny because this seat is wide open, but taking gambles is not the way to go so far from what we've.
He ain't lying, folks.
Get out.
Come on, we each get one, right? We each get one.
Only I can get one.
How many runners are in this? I think it's like 40?
40 sounds right. 39, I think, is correct number because I was in the race, inflating the numbers. 40. Oh, that's right. We had 5,000 people join at the last second. So yeah, 43. 42, I guess.
Keddril following the tower key first. I like that play. Gets that completely off the map for sure. And when you have no legend or adamant, I favor any play where you get 2 key items at once.
Yeah, and Gambit running into back attack Baigen, and I feel like Baigen is probably one of the worst people you can run into here, but he's got some levels already, so it shouldn't be too bad. Had he done this earlier, though, he would have been in trouble. So it's gonna work out for him.
Speaking of not easy, Mom Bomb here, not cake either. This boss spot really decreases the magic power, but physical power is pretty good, and Direwolf, he leveled up a little bit, so he'll be okay, but it's gonna be pretty slow.
On top of that, you know, the explosion's going to do a lot of damage. This spot is not low on the HP either.
Yeah, this is not a great spot. Those illusions are normally safe to hear, but well used, just knowing what's going to happen. So let's see if Gambit paid off. Well. Gambit finds the adamant on ordeals, so that's half of go mode. Seed gives you everything that you would need to speed up, and it turns out that's what you need to do is play the seed like you've got a hook.
That's going to be really interesting because I feel like ordeals is the way this seed's played out. Ordeals is one of the last things you'll ever think about checking. So I know I wouldn't have touched ordeals until probably absolutely last, or if not close to it.
See, I probably wouldn't rush Moon with this just because you still have 0 key items, but it wouldn't have been one of the first things I checked for sure. I mean, you have full run of the Underworld almost right now, with Tower Key, Luca Key, Dwarf Castle still hasn't been checked. Like, there's a lot still out there.
Oh, that's actually a real bummer for Keddril. He almost had Mom Bomb dead before it exploded.
Wow, another Cane on the Moon, so you get to use both the White Spear and the Gungnir in the seed. Double Cane, double Rosa. Could have worse characters.
Yeah,
Could have worse characters.
Definitely not complaining about that. Probably wanted to see a Quake Kid or Rydia. Oh, maybe not even so much Rydia there.
So let's see. Gambit did the pot heal here. I wonder if he's actually going to do Dwarf Castle or if he's just here for the items.
Yeah, and we got lofoz honoring your tradition and looking for value.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be value here. It's just a matter of what kind of value it is. As Simbu points out, you can grind in this place, which is, at this point, probably not what you want to be doing. But, ooh, DKC, first boss of Dwarf Castle. That's actually a pretty hard spot for him. Thankfully, everybody has Siren, so we shouldn't be too bad off. But if you get kind of a weaker party here, this is no cakewalk. And Bahamut is in the Tower Key spot.
Looks like Gamma will be okay. Direwolf finally getting through Mom Bomb here.
Crystal Sword for his troubles. Maybe that'll push them to ordeals. Ha ha ha.
You know, it could. It's definitely one of those things.
Lofoz going to run down this path to check the boss. You can actually see this boss from the left. It is a moon boss. We haven't seen... I think we've only seen, what, Plague so far with the moon bosses? Or is there one more that I'm missing?
I don't even remember seeing Plague, to be honest with you.
Plague was ordeals in the tomb.
Okay.
Ooh, the entire gauntlet here for Gambit. Weak spot, just an annoying fight. And there's Cecil. Hey, look at that. Crystal Sword could come in handy after all.
And let's see if this pans out for Keddril. Tower Key is an Avenger. Not bad. Not what you're looking for, but not bad.
I mean, we've got some real high firepower in this seed already. With Cecil, 2 Canes, Avenger, Crystal Sword, Gungnir, and White Spear. Nobody can say they weren't well armed for Zemus.
That's very true. And no black mages to be found yet.
Yeah, this is a little worrisome in that regard, only because if you run to the moon, as Lofoz is there right now, if you go moon here and you run into a D-Mist or something, this is a really slow party to fight D-Mist with. Bacchus was, I want to say, Tabra. Bacchus was in Tabra.
It was definitely underground somewhere.
Oh no, big! Just got an Avenger, a Zeus gauntlet. Keddril just casually able to take out whoever he wants with that cane.
Alright, so we're gonna have dueling football gauntlets here momentarily. Actually, we're gonna have 3 of them.
Yeah, we'll have 3 pretty soon. Lofoz is the only one giving us anything new on stream, and he's just trying to wear down the gold Ds here with Artemis arrows, and I think that's what he's got, right? He doesn't have anything else. Pretty slow grind.
Yeah.
Pretty slow grind, but gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Yep, that is true.
Oh yeah, break out that power staff. Break out that power staff. Come on. I want to see it. The power staff grind. One damage. Oh baby. So
I guess now the question is, will lofoz actually exit out and save and then try his luck, or will he just go for it?
No, you've got to exit here, I think. Given how long that grind took, like that was a long grind. You don't want to lose that. Then again, maybe you just gamble. No, lofoz is taking it the safe way. I think Gambit is on the 5th fight in this gauntlet, so he's almost done. As for the rest, well, we've got any donations. This is a good time.
Natara donates $500 million and says, "You can always blame me."
That sounds like her. I buy it.
So lofoz is actually heading back down. Did exit out the cabin and save. And everybody else finishing up the full gauntlet here. We will know momentarily, at least.
Does he have Star Veils?
Does he have Star Veils? I have no idea.
Ooh, that's not who you want to see here at all. This is a very tough spot for Ogopogo, given its high physical attack already, and if you don't have illusions, this is actually a really tough fight. You can see lofoz is just looking at the inventory like, what do I do? Pow! 2-6-9-1 off the bat. The King didn't do too bad there, but yeah, this is a pretty rough spot for Ogo.
All right, Gambit is out. Yeah, he's free. He's free. Spoon for his troubles. Not so bad.
Hey, it is a key item. There is that. And if he winds up doing the whole tower and getting that crystal sword, he'll be very happy. I'd see so out of that at least.
Interesting.
Ooh, the big wave on nothing.
Yeah, I didn't know the animations still go when it's on nothing.
Get him, Kane!
Oh, he's alive!
The absolute madman.
He's no longer alive.
Oh, well, we tried. Good job, all. So, still very well could be value there, but not in a position to claim that value at this point. He did get those levels, though.
True. We are headed up to the moon. Keddril picks up his spoon. Rivers, I don't like that you think I'm a fool. It rhymed.
You did this to yourself, huh?
Yep. Oh, keddril actually checking ordeal. Fascinating.
We got 2 people doing ordeals right now.
Fascinating. Maybe that crystal sword is driving people up here.
Yeah, they both did that, didn't they? So yeah, that would make sense. Interesting that they're both kind of on the same course now, except that keddril has the tower key done.
Power keypad and dark. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a little further into the seed, but so far hasn't gotten anything extra out of it yet.
All right, Rivers, where do you want to see the legend sword?
I mean, obviously, it's Demus CPU, right? I mean, if we're just talking about pure entertainment value, but I want to see it in Sealed Cave.
Sealed Cave, huh? That would be interesting, but I think that is a little on the team side. I think behind that Ogo at Bahamut would be pretty good.
Lofoz getting the double guard fight here, and has 2 coffins to boot. That is a real nice find for him. Getting the life glitch off.
Mura, same.
Same.
Our Gambit is going to grant your wish. We are going to see Sealed Cave, which we do know always pays. Except when it doesn't.
The Claude's favorite cave.
He is going against tradition and looting on his way down, though.
Wow, he must know, man. I mean,
just
when you know, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Direwolf about to get the good news. keddril already had the good news.
So Lofoz exited out of there. I wonder if it'll be quicker to just keep going down. I think it actually is, but anyway, he'll be happy that now he can check out the bottom of the moon without having to be bothered with all the exiting and undoing things. Gambit taking that save in the Sealed Cave.
Did he save over his original spot, or did he save elsewhere?
I believe he saved over the original.
Oh, well, this better be the legend sword. Okay, well, not the legend sword, but...
Well. Music on the stream. Pump it up.
Alright. Ready for demist? I'm ready for demist. Let's go.
The absolute madman. Okay, so this is really not the fight that you want here, only because there are a lot of characters who can't put out much damage, and the mist is fast. But at the end of the day, you're going to be very happy to find this.
Meanwhile, Lofoz up there fighting Odin. I'm not entirely sure what spot this is. I wasn't paying too much attention as to where he went, but gonna need the deeps, or he can jump over some Odins. Not so bad.
Oh, that's right. Gambit doesn't even have the crystal sword either, so this is gonna be a long fight here.
Odin's got that sword raised.
Yeah, this is definitely a spider soak situation for Lofoz. You can see I'm trying now to back out of it, but I think once it's raised at this point, it's probably coming down.
Yep, Kane's not playing ball either. He's landing a little too fast. And Middle Kane lives.
Boy, Middle Kane for lofoz has been... He's seen some things, man. The scars are real for that poor little Kane.
No. Almost, man.
And yeah, Gambit, you can see taking off, what, like 2 KSI Corso. And obviously you would like to have Berserk popping off here, but it's a very fast spot. And yeah, I mean, like, this is actually a very slow fight, unfortunately.
Do you have the Silver Staff? So if you wanted to be real fancy, you could Berserk your Kane Silver Staff in the Steamus turns.
Look at these penguin strats coming out of Neerrm's mouth. lofoz has found the D Lunars. Is this French vanilla randomized?
I think it's hazelnut.
Ooh, that's good flavor. Can't hate that. This is definitely a spot where you want silk webs, by the way, this Steamus fight. That would save a lot of time. Just because you can see how Gambit's having to stack everything just to avoid getting 3-hit like right away and go right to mist.
Certainly not ideal. He will inevitably get through the fight.
Yeah, he's in no real danger. He's got enough HP to survive, and he's got roses to start throwing blinks if he really needs it, but it's just gonna be slow.
Direwolf going to be fighting Water Hag here. We do have one frog.
Hey, he's got the Cecil blocking. And now it's dead. Good try. Ooh, hate to see that on lofoz screen. You got the solo frog, so you spent the time to get the wall going, but now the solo D Lunar is still gonna just flame you over and over again.
Yep, and that's percent HP based, so you do have a million roses to keep up with it, but Rosa also going down.
Keddril hanging out near the Bahamut Club. And he's got more levels, I think, and more characters, so... Crystal Sword, Cecil, and everything, so... This might be an actual attempt on our boy Ogo.
Mist finally going down here for Gambit. Yeah, 2 key item check out of Sealed Cave. Let's hope they work out.
Up here we go again. lofoz's Middle Kane, about to be the only surviving party member. That guy just like, I mean, he just sees it all, man. Just spent this seed watching everybody around him die.
He's going for it. I do appreciate that. He's not gonna get it though. Oh, the double melee. Oh, Middle Kane.
Middle Kane
And there it is. That is your legend sword.
Wow! Well, we know how Go mode works out now, but unfortunately for our runners, nobody's really close to it yet, except for keddril, probably the first one you'll see on stream.
Yeah, I do think so. So, unfortunately, we know Twin Harp and D-Mist will both not work out.
Always value in Sealed Cave, though.
Yeah.
There is that.
But unfortunately for lofoz, he does not have the adamant, which we know to be on the top of ordeals. So he's pretty committed to the moon at this point, so it'll probably be a while before he sees that half.
Right, and he doesn't have Cecil either, so he's not going to be incentivized in the slightest to do ordeals early on.
And the Drain Spear from our boy Ogopogo. What a reward.
Always value, man.
Miss Dragon giving us Leviathan. And Ogopogo spot for lofoz Dark Imps. So nice, easy peasy fight here as well. So the moon actually, aside from... Like, even D-Lunars aren't really that bad. Pretty easy moon overall.
Yeah.
Except for Ogopogo
Again.
and Bahamut spot. That's pretty antsy.
Well, so far. We also haven't seen what's in the vanilla wyvern spot, but
That is true.
I mean, it's not like that's going to be like that's the easiest spot. So
Oh dear. Looks like the room's gonna stay locked forever as Fred's bot has disconnected. Oh, there we go. And we are cashing in that Twin Harp now, so at least we get some music. Put in your guesses for music now. I'm gonna say You're Not Alone from Final Fantasy IX.
trying to think of the game that Inven himself demanded be put in. I think it's Arcana. Is that how you say it? Arcana? That's my guess. It's his seed, so it's clearly going to be something that he asked to put in. But yeah, big props to Gambit for taking one for the team here. Unfortunately, we know that whatever he gets out of the sealed cave is not going to help him, but he at least is going to give us the music.
One Rosa against the world.
Yeah, as nice as running into this fight is here, lofoz not really with a good party to take it down, having already used those two coffins, so it is kind of a slow fight still.
Alright, time to bravely turn on the audio and hear my own voice for a couple seconds.
Oh my god, harrowing.
A fate worse than death.
It's a good thing Neerrm doesn't have an answering machine. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
Well, I don't call myself. We live in an era of cell phones.
Getting the FF9 right.
Close enough.
Definitely a nice spot to find Keinato. With this party, the physical stack and low HP in the spot, he can be in much peskier places for sure.
All right, so Keddril is making his way down to the rest of the moon, so he is 100% going to be our first person on stream with Go Mode. Unless lofoz randomly decides to just nope out and go to ordeals for no reason at all.
And according to the IRC room, there still is not a finisher yet, so...
Yep, we do have, across 6 qualifiers, we have 23 spots available. The 4 people you see on stream are 4 people who are not currently in the top 23 and are trying to work their way in. And the point system is based off of how well the players do in comparison to the top 6 of each race. Basically average the time of the top 6 people and then compare how they did against that time, and that's per qualifier. And so the earlier you finish in the race, the better your chances are, and getting pretty cutthroat towards the bottom, 19 through 23. They're all pretty vulnerable times.
Yeah, unfortunately for Gambit, he finds the Baron key here, so the rabbit hole only digs deeper. And of course, we know that will not pay off in any meaningful way because we've already seen the Legend Sword when lofoz got it earlier. So, yeah, Gambit's going to be falling down this one for a while.
Well, scenic, sealed cave always gives you the scenic route.
And tough to blame him too, given what he's done. As long as you're, eschewing the moon entirely, like I mean, he's got to think that he's got a good chance to win this right now. And unfortunately, not really.
Yeah, that's when you get a huge chain like that and it leads to absolutely nothing. It's always a big letdown when that happens.
lofoz trying his luck with Odin again.
We got double Odin all the way across the sky.
Keddril, you just want to go next door, man. Just go next door. That's where the goods are.
We do have Avenger Cecil. I know he's just berserk. Doesn't even have Avenger. But still doing work with that crystal sword. Direwolf entering the moon for the first time now, picking up that cane.
Yeah, this might be a situation where we don't even see much of a grind, given the crystal sword Cecil and the cane and all that. So,
tell you what, Odin is putting up a good fight here.
Yeah, that's a pretty good fight right there.
Yeah.
If Keddril had middle Odin though, from lofoz's stream, like that guy does work.
Yeah,
or yeah,
bottom cane not cutting it.
Now it's top cane.
No, it's bottom cane. Oh, lofoz has top cane then, yeah.
Yeah.
True. Alright, Odin down for lofoz. Package and power shirt's nice. Package is a character, I guess.
If you're an Atara, you gamble that the team misses blind package right away.
I mean, who wouldn't? We are going to see the final moon boss up here in Wyvern spot. What's left on the table? We've got... Oh, let's see. Valvalis, maybe?
That'd be mean. That'd be mean. How about a nice Ashura? We haven't seen Ashura yet.
Gambit is looking to go probably straight down to that Odin spot before clearing the entirety of Baron. Oh, nope, he's just looting some treasures. He baited me.
I don't like that, the early Odin play.
No? You like clearing it out first and then going back to Odin?
Yeah, I always feel like I'd rather reset out of Odin if it's something bad, because I mean that's still a long walk out with no exit.
Friendly neighborhood Mylon Z. Wyvern.
Well, the moon definitely has a deep ravine, so good news for him.
True. We do have a moon boss on the throne. It is gonna be our buddy.
Oh baby. Run faster, Gambit. Run faster.
I think he buffered 5 or 6 too many times there. I think he might have made it had he not panicked a little bit. So that's an unfortunate death.
Boom. Roasted. Anyway, like I was saying, I love doing the Odin spot early in this one. Just never really liked that throne room. Don't trust it very much.
I see. Thankfully, Gambit had saved before going in there. Don't think he saved before clearing the Bygin spot, but so we'll have to redo that fight. But he'll be ready for the for Wyvern next time around.
And keddril actually fighting the Deep Lunars now, so he will be the first person on our stream in Go mode.
Look at that nice 9999 per swing. Living the dream.
Yeah, it turns out Crystal Sword is pretty good.
And there's the hook.
Ooh, that's tough too. Getting out with a rat tail, you gotta feel like that's a victory.
Yeah, that's Lofoz's last spot on the moon too. So he's cleared the entirety of the moon except for
Direwolf getting the text box glitch, love it. So he will not even know that he has the hook. Anyway, keddril's on Go mode.
Alright. Keddril looking at those levels. Gonna decide to go ahead, get out of here, maybe grind on the way back down, or just go for it. We'll see. We have not seen the pass yet. I wonder if Gambit's 5,000 item chain will eventually lead to the pass. We'll see. I think at this point it almost has to.
Keddril will have 10 key items for the grind though, so that is very nice for him.
Looks like he's going to elect to grind now. Exiting the right side of the big whale. I feel like that's the cosmic brain play I never knew.
I mean, look, when you get a randomizer, you come up with all sorts of hot new tech, and you definitely got to exit right now. That's how it goes.
Never knew.
You're on a real Galaxy brain play though. Talk to the Fat Chocobo. He'll tell you. He'll tell you where it is, man.
Funny thing is, I have no idea if you're joking or not, because I've never talked to Fat Chocobo.
We did talk about putting something interesting there, but
yes, it's not like some stuff in there.
I do not think that Board has done that yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, Gambit not able to get that Star Veil off once again, and getting cooked.
Boom, roasted. Good day for the Omega subscribers. Getting some usage out of that Team Wyvern logo.
So Gambit's had enough of that key item chain. Not even gonna check Odin. Just gonna go straight to the moon, abandon all hope. And we know that's half of the right play at least. So, and he's already got the other half. So definitely a saving grace almost to get blown out.
So keddril is actually pretty close to being ready here. He's got 1800 HP on his roses. Cecil's gonna do a lot of damage already, so
yeah, I think he's in pretty good shape for sure. Maybe
he may only need this one fight. I mean, if he really wants a chance, he can always, play it safer than this. But I mean, see, if I was in a position right now where I was him, I'm looking at this IRC race and seeing nobody finished yet. I mean, I'm starting to get a little antsy.
Direwolf also falling to Odin. Looks like Odin's claiming a lot of victims today.
Yeah, 40k HP Odin is not easy.
Yeah, typically a lot easier when you have somebody who can throw lightning at him, but it's gonna work out for Direwolf. Checking this D-Lunar spot. Or not the D-Lunar spot, D-Lunar boss. This will in fact lead to what he needs. More Cosmic Brain plays. Lofoz parking the hovercraft on the bottom right, not next to Solvera. Is fast.
Quick, put that in the X-Cal strat. You can save some more time.
True. Earth Crystal, Rat Tail. Yet another chain of events. Might lead to finally getting a Black Mage, perhaps. But not going to lead to anything else. Maybe the pass, we don't know.
Yeah, these have been some rough rabbit hole chains to fall into. For both Lofoz and Gambit got lucked out of his by Wyvern. But otherwise that would have been even longer.
Gambit actually dropping a Rosa for Kane here.
I hate to see it. I'm not saying I wish bad on anybody, just, you know. I hate to see it. So our roses on Keddril's screen should be getting white here, I think. One of them at least. Both of them. Okay, so he's good to go now, I think.
Direwolf actually taking a reset there. Had Avenger on Kane to start the fight. Wasn't working out for him, so gonna start over. Probably for the best. And Lofoz checking out the Land of Summon bosses, as he did end up going to the moon quite early on. And was never able to get through Water Hag, so he's getting his revenge. Can't blame him.
We're all just praying for his sake that he stays out of the sealed cave.
Yeah, no kidding. And here we go, keddril cashing in for the crystal at 111. You know, 5 minutes to run back up to the moon and back down to fight the guy.
And in case you're curious, we still have had no finishers yet, so...
Yeah, I'm assuming it's ordeals that's preventing people from finishing here, because there's, I guess... I don't know.
The heart rate probably pounding right now.
Yeah, I'd imagine... keddril being in 26th place and the top 23 are going to qualify. Probably pretty excited at this point.
So excited that he decided to Galaxy Brain out to the bottom there.
Sometimes you have to explore the unexplored, okay?
Yeah.
Well, that thing we said Lofoz definitely needed not to do, he's doing it. So that's going to be quite an unfortunate series of events here.
Yeah, even if he'd done the Earth Crystal first, at least you would have a Black Mage here, maybe. Maybe you run into Fu or something. But this is just a pure chain that will drive him mad. So Direwolf in go mode now has defeated those D-Lunars that had the Legend Sword. If you're joining us late, Adamant was on Mount Ordeals. So, given the Magma Key and early Darkness Crystal, probably a lot of our runners did not actually find the Ordeals play palatable early.
Yeah, I feel like if it wasn't for that crystal sword, we might not have seen anybody go up to ordeals for a long amount of time. You can see
Yeah, we might still be watching Gambit as the kind of the stream leader, somebody who might actually be there. But luckily, the game does tell you sometimes.
Direwolf will get the crystal at 114. I believe Direwolf still has some grinding to do, but really not all that far behind keddril here.
Yeah, he's in good position to finish sub 125. Just take a couple fights on the way down, and he's got 10 key items, so he'll be fine. Yeah. Demist in Sealed Cave here. Lofoz has the levels to deal with it pretty quickly, but it's still a slog with this party, unfortunately. Nobody was capable of doing a huge amount of damage right off the bat.
I feel like overall, I get the feeling we're going to get a lot of finishers in a very small amount of time, and that's actually good for everybody involved in this qualifier, because if everybody finishes within like relatively around the same time, then it's going to be good for the score overall. And there's a lot of vulnerable times towards the bottom, as I was saying earlier, so you might even end up with anywhere from 5 to 6, maybe even more than that from this qualifier alone. So obviously hope people finish here soon, and I'm sure it's going to start rolling in.
Sit in the middle for keddril, battle speed 2. Not taking any chances here, I guess. And shouldn't be too tough of a fight given who he has, but we shall see.
Yeah, I think really the only main threat, especially with like Avenger, Crystal Sword, Cecil, is having to deal with Big Bang Meteo. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have our first finisher. It is Dobby Two-Step with a time of 1:16.08. Dobby was previously 40th in the qualifying ranks, so single-handedly securing that league spot.
Somebody just lost their spot. Yeah, keddril, good idea. Good thinking there. Don't want that Avenger on right at the start of the fight. You can get the Crystal Sword. Good save. Good save. So, chat. Whose butt?
Are we?
Gonna kick.
I have no idea who that is.
I see. Barrel this, of course, yes.
Yes. From that esteemed game.
I love the game.
Everybody knows.
I played the game. I've watched the TV show, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a second dot done here of Hippos finishing in second place. SRL time of 1:18.15.
Interesting. I don't think Hippos has done any other qualifier so far. So if you're gonna do it in one.
Easy every time. So there are Zemus fights in this randomizer that require a lot of strategy, a lot of careful planning. This is not really one of them. Given what keddril has, he's got the Crystal Sword on Cecil, Kane with a good weapon, Berserk, and 2 Roses to cure. So this is pretty much plug and play. There's not a whole lot of deep explanation. You're just going to see physical attack beatdown.
I almost feel like Berserking Sid is just a slowdown at this point.
Yeah, from a DPS perspective, it definitely is, actually.
And we do have a third place finisher, Mecha Link 119.03. Mecha Link was 22nd, so that will secure his spot. And as these people roll in and we get a little further in, I'm probably going to stop commenting quite as much and generate the scores here just to see where we stand.
Yeah, you're seeing Barrelmas more and more. Definitely wanted to see the Tuxedo Mask sprite instead, but okay, that's fine. That's fine. We've got a 4th place finisher here. It's Aizan Tayama. With a time of 1:19.51. Lofoz about to get the news that D-Mist didn't have anything for him. And yeah, as Neerrm said, having Sid attack now is probably just taking up space in the queue. Honestly, even Kane at this point, having him attacking it might be taking up space in the queue.
But Kane's got some respectable swings, yeah, he's getting there.
But you saw,
unfortunately, Gambit taking a death to Ogo there in Bahamut's spot.
You see a couple 2k, like 2.5k, like that's not a whole lot at this point. Given what Cecil's doing. So, probably not too much longer for keddril now. He's putting in some good work. A lot of damage has popped up on this Barrelmas.
There you go.
GG to keddril. First finisher on our stream with a time of 1:21.10. 5th place overall.
I think that's probably good enough to cure him a spot as well. Considering he'll have one of the times that's setting the average, and average currently right now sitting at about 119. Yeah, that should be fine. So GG to keddril.
Direwolf will become the 2nd person on stream to take this fight. Not putting Sid in the middle, so might be a little bit shakier of a fight here, but we shall see. See how Barrelmas takes it. Lofoz well on his way to, unfortunately, the land of 17 of 17. Now doing the tower. Twin Harp still in play. Earth Crystal still in play. We know that Twin Harp changed the Baron Key. All of it leads nowhere. The real answer is Ordeals. So very unfortunate for him. Gambit heading down here does have a chance to get the Legends Ornaments for Go mode, which was at D Lunars in the Vanilla Pale. No, not Pale Down. What am I thinking? Vanilla Plague spot. So that's right next door from the save point. Most people will do the Vanilla D Lunar fight first because it's 2 key items. So you probably see that first here, yeah. And then hopefully he'll make the right call.
That is a fast Barrelmas up in the top right there.
Yeah, this is why you want, especially with this party, the Sid in the middle, unfortunately, for Direwolf.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Did reflect the nuke, so already cosmic braining us all. And we're joined by keddril. Congratulations, keddril, on 5th place.
Oh, thank you. It was my best placing yet, so we shall see.
Yeah. Congratulations on not falling into any of the rabbit holes.
Is it okay if I cut the sound on my stream?
Yeah.
Okay, just give me 1 sec.
So, Keddril, you were given Magma Key early, and Darkness Crystal was also relatively early. The whole world was your oyster. What made you decide to check for deals over all the other places?
It was basically once I got that crystal sword. Oh my gosh, my stream. Hope nobody's listening to that. It was basically once I got like Dark Knight Cecil from Dwarf Castle, and I had the crystal. I think it was from Top of Tower. Then I was already high enough levels that I thought I could just breeze through ordeals, and then it ended up having the adamant, so I was super stoked on that.
Was there any point where you felt like maybe you had made like a routing mistake, like maybe I should have gone here, should have gone there?
I guess the biggest one was not checking Luca, because that was the only thing in the underground that I didn't do. And there was one point where I had the Darkness Crystal, and I was like, my airship was teetering back and forth over the hole to go to the underground. I was like, oh, should I just dive it and check? But I was worried that if it had like bearing key or something like that, then it would just throw me down a whole different path. So I thought there was a lot of value in the moon with my levels, and with Cecil, a Paladin Cecil with a crystal sword, and an Avenger. So that actually got me through a lot of things. That and Blink.
Yeah, and you're right about the Luca Key. It was Luca Key to Twin Harp to Baron Key to Wyvern, which nobody has gotten past yet.
Oof. Well, then I'm very, very glad that I did not do that.
So you dodged a bullet there for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
All right.
I thought it was a really great seed.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to watch. A lot of routing options on the table. People could go any which way they so desired.
Yeah, the early Magma Key and then a relatively early Darkness Crystal. I guess probably lots of people chose lots of different directions to go there.
Yeah, it was kind of all over the place. We do have a 6th place finisher, Dragus, who was previously also not in the top 23, finishing with a time of 1:25.19. That's going to be a little above average. It should be pretty close to qualifying. If not, we'll see very, very soon.
Yeah, we're putting in all the work behind the scenes right now to make sure that we can tell everybody how it goes.
Are we? Are we really?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's doing it. It's not me. Keddril, how you feeling? How you feeling about that team?
Sorry, give me 1 sec. I'm having a hard time hearing you, Rivers.
I asked how you're feeling about the seed.
Really good. The Rosa and Kane start was sort of a treat, and then it had a lot of really early items for Kane and the Artemis arrows. So all of the early game stuff was really open, and I didn't really think there was any major challenges there. There was a few trolley spots on the moon, just with Odin and such, but
yeah, we were really hoping that Ogo Pogo would have something.
Oof, that was a close one. I think I just had Cecil alive at that point, with only about 50 health left after the second big wave. So that was a tough one. I don't remember what Ogopogo gave. I'm pretty sure it was a disappointment.
It was a drain spear.
Yep.
That's what that was.
The ultimate disappointment.
All right. Well, you got any final thoughts for us as we watch? Looks like Direwolf's pretty close to finishing here.
No. It was a really great time. I hope it's going well on the restream over there, and everyone's having a good time.
Well, thanks so much, and looks like we might be seeing you in the league.
Ooh, hopefully. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night.
All right, take care. Thank you. So we've got Gambit here in the right fight. Unfortunately, unfortunately stuck with some frogs. Those are the wrong people that are supposed to be frogs here. We got Meteo on Direwolf's stream. So that is pretty close to the finish. Fallen Rocks. And should be no reason why he would wipe at this point. And that is a dot done for Direwolf with a 129.00. That'll be 7th place for him. Not sure if that'll be good enough or not, but we are doing the calculations, folks. We really got it down. So GG to him. Gambit kind of struggling here. This is getting a little dicey now. 440. Ooh. 4 HP for that one cane. Ooh, tight. There we go. Just got it. Woo. That was a dicey one, and rewarded with the Legend Sword. So, Gambit now our 3rd runner on stream to be in go mode.
All right, so let me look at some times here. I know Simbu's in the chat doing some stuff, but let me go ahead and do some more stuff.
Look at all this stuff. You guys won't even believe this stuff. So anyway, Gambit now in go mode. It has 9 key items, so we'll need the crystal, then he can grind. Lofoz, unfortunately, taking that turn into the gauntlet here. The good news for him is it might steer him toward our deals quicker, because he does have the crystal sword now. So that could be exactly what he needs. What we really don't want to see is for him to do the Twin Harp or the Earth Crystal, because we know that those paths will lead us nowhere good. Lofoz leaves here with that spoon. It is a key item. He does have 10 at this point, though, and really not even needing a grind at this point, I think. So, I mean, he might boost up his Cecil a little bit if he keeps him. But otherwise, not a big deal. A physician's assistant. Bless you, Gambit. Giving us the goods here. Jobdorf Physician's Assistant. And that will take Lofoz to the right spot, so good for that. Good for him. We'll be in go mode pretty shortly here once he gets the adamant from Ordeals. That Cecil really saving everybody's bacon here, pushing them toward Ordeals. Gambit getting crystal at 132.59. So we'll have 10 key items now. Probably needs a little short grind, I think, but otherwise should be in good shape. Probably will finish in the next 10 minutes. Lofoz will only need to grind that Cecil up, I think. So he will be in pretty good shape to finish the C as well once he finishes Ordeals here.
All right, so we got some numbers. Looks like from this race, Dobby two-step hippos, Mecha Link, Izantayama had already finished well in a previous qualifier, and Keddril are all going to qualify from their results in this qualifier. Unfortunately for Direwolf, just a little bit too slow, and unfortunately for Dragus, very, very close. Also just a little bit too slow in 6th place. So 5th place was in fact the cutoff here. So congratulations to Keddril for qualifying.
Yeah, congrats to Keddril and of course our other runners as well. Who Neerrm just listed off. I know Hippos hadn't played at all until this one, so that's got to be pretty validating for him.
Yeah, just win one race, easy peasy.
So lofoz officially in go mode. Gambit racing his way down right now. We've got an 8th place finisher, which is Chokosura at 131.52. GG to them. Another text box glitch. Love to see it. Man, that thing is popping up all over the place today. And Gambit's pretty close to go mode at this point. Won't need very many levels for sure. Probably just wants some safety on that Rosa. 9th place is Rumblefish 82 with 135.48. And 10th place is Poidrak at 136 even. So GG's to them as well. Something we haven't brought up at all, unfortunately, not seeing any black mages in this seed. The Gold Dragon grind, we've had no chance for anybody to have weak at all. So it's actually been fairly slow for anybody who's attempted it.
Yeah, no Dragoon Spear either. So we had all this menagerie of spears for King, but no, not the good one.
Yeah, the best thing you could have done probably is just berserk some of the Vardy arrows.
My precious, precious arrow.
But my arrows.
Gambit Sid a little too fast now, sitting at 19, so might as well bring him along for the ride.
136.49 go mode for lofoz. So I think he was about 3 minutes behind. Either way, both of our runners on stream should finish up in pretty short order now. Lofoz probably restocking the boxes. Selling that spoon. Get out of my inventory, spoon. I hate you. Just a straight 20 Bacchus wines. You know, if we put in the, what was it, the SQ? The one where the shops would have given half of what they normally give?
Quarter, yeah.
Then maybe he wouldn't be able to afford 20.
Sometimes you just need money, okay? If you can't buy an extravagance, then why buy it all?
I mean, you do get discounts for buying wine bulk in real life. I don't know how that applies to Free Enterprise, but good for lofoz, stocking up. Got a bang finish here with Ike Klopfer in 11th at 138.35, and Tirasu in 12th place with 138.36. I always hate when I lose by like 1 second because it's one of those things where you can look at like every little mistake you made, and any one of them, if you did them right, you would have been ahead of that person.
The worst is when you like type .done, but you put like DOEN, and then like as you fix it, somebody else finishes.
Ooh, I haven't had that happen to me yet. That's a good one though. That would be tough. I blame all the writing I do in real life.
I see. Got Pixel Tamer not too far behind 11th and 12th and 13th, the 139.11.
So Gambit running down here. We will get our third ZRMS fight very shortly. So do we have like the full list of names at this point here?
We do. Did we want to have some cool kind of thing, or did we want to?
I'm excited to read them all.
Oh, well then, yeah, you read them all, buddy.
Where are they?
Well, you see, if you click the thing and go to the thing.
But this takes effort. So anyway, Gambit's going to do this fight now.
I'm so lazy. I'm linking it directly to you. And we are joined by Direwolf. Hello, Direwolf.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can.
We can. Congrats on 7th place.
Thank you. The nerves are still getting to me at this point.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those seeds where you had so many options on the table that, you know, it was kind of like option paralysis. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? How are you feeling about it?
Not too bad. I know I lost a lot of time just straight up nerves. This one was nerves all the way. I spent half this run shaking.
So what was your favorite part about this seed?
Stumbling on that legend sword. Seeing that I have go mode and nobody's done yet and I have a half decent chance of finishing well. That and actually getting through it instead of forfeiting like I did the last two I entered.
Yeah, that's definitely a plus.
So when you saw that that Cecil was down there, are you really grateful that kind of pushed you toward ordeals? Were you thinking about going ordeals at all before that?
It was on my to-do list at that point, simply because things were running dry, and I figured, well, at this point, or at the point I was at, it would be relatively fast. And if there wasn't any good reason to go to ordeals, then how many people are going to do it? Maybe it'd be the gamble that works. So it was kind of on my to-do list, but then stumbling across Cecil and Dwarf Castle, it's like, yeah, we're going straight there now. I have a crystal sword, and I can't pass that up.
Yeah, the first person on stream who actually saw do that was Gambit, and he did it without any Cecil at all. So very fortunate for our runners, I think, for everybody, that he was hanging out in Dwarf Castle and kind of giving you that nudge, like, hey, maybe go there.
Honestly, if I hadn't had that crystal sword and the items had come out a little different, I might have passed on Cecil.
Yeah, definitely would have made sense for sure. So, I don't know. Did you feel rabbit holed at all anywhere? Did you feel like you got stuck in a situation, or were you feeling like you ran it pretty smoothly?
I'm okay with my performance. I mean, I have to be. I came just shy of the top 6, so. But yeah, I felt rabbit holed all over the place. It's like every place I go, oh, here's another item. Do I need it? I almost reset out of the crystal sword too. I didn't really want to.
That's right. You didn't have a tower key when you went up there originally, right?
No, I went up there keyless.
Yeah, that was.
In fact, I did a lot of double dipping. I double dipped Sylph Cave too, and then I never checked Sheila 1 until after I got the pen. a little
Yeah.
ridiculous for that.
Well, congratulations, obviously. Very good time for you. And any last thoughts for everybody watching?
Thank you. And I hope I put on a good show. Thank you guys for restreaming and the commentary. I'm planning to watch the video when it's up. You all have a good night.
Well, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, always good to watch the video back when you're featured. It really does help out the newer players. If you're trying to figure out kind of what you're doing, what you've done well. One of the best ways to do is to rewatch the old VODs, for sure.
Well, I need to take a breather, so you guys have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. All right, so while that was happening, we got lofoz, we got Gambit, both in the fight now. So we're almost done. We've got a lot of finishes, but one I want to point out specifically is Chrono 200 and Pizza 34 tying for 18th place with a time of 1:44.24. Good old SRL tie.
Yeah, always fun, especially if you're got stuff on the line.
That happened once last week in the playoffs, actually. Me and Night both had second place.
Speaking of ties, another tie, 22nd, Big Dunka beat you Rich, 145.31. This is ties the race.
We've got Gambit done with a time of 1:45.21, 21st place. So GG to Gambit. And lofoz in the fight. As we mentioned earlier, the Zemus fight with this party is not actually interesting, difficult, whatever you want to say at this point. It's all, we've got a ton of DPS, we've got a lot of berserk characters with big weapons, so not a hard fight, not really requiring a lot of nuance, just old-fashioned beat 'em up. Speaking of, there's that meteor. Some more rocks. lofoz is finished. 25th place with a time of 1:46.38. So GG to him as well. And we are joined now by Gambit. Gambit, GG.
Thank you very much.
So, how glad are you that Wyvern was hanging out on that throne?
Oh my goodness. When I saw that Wyvern, I was like, let me take 2 shots at it. Once the first one, and then when battle speed down, and I was like, all right, if I can't beat it, let's move on and see what else is around. Thankfully, I did not try to beat my head against it.
Yeah, I've been too busy talking to our finishers and watching you guys actually play to see what's behind Baron. I know that I think Valvelus was down there at Odin spot and had something, but yeah, that's pretty rough spot right there.
Yeah, I felt I had to give it kind of the best shot I could. And I didn't want to take too long on it, just since I still had the Darkness Crystal to run. I was just trying to follow a chain. It's like, okay, if I run out of the chain or can't get by, let's just move on and see what.
Yeah, and that definitely worked out faster than it would have otherwise, for sure. How are you feeling about that seed? It was actually seemed like a pretty quick start, and then you had everywhere to go and no idea which path to take.
That seed, it's the best time I think I've had in a league seed, a league flag set, and it really was pretty open from the get-go. Bruiser characters, no real issue with bosses again, with the exception of that Wyvern there at Baron. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward and simple.
It was definitely one of those seeds where obviously it would have been nice to have a black mage, but you had enough melee firepower that it was, relatively easy to breeze through.
Yeah, when I found the cane there up on the moon, it was a question of, do I want to go with 2 white mages or just one? I was like, this party's shaping up to be a Zerg strat Zeromus, so let's pick up the cane, do a couple more king reuse, king shot him, and then hit the ground running.
Yep. We're also joined by lofoz. Hello, and congrats on 25th.
Oh, thanks.
So both of you ended up chasing that Luca key chain a little bit, and unfortunately didn't seem to lead to much of anything. So that was kind of a rabbit hole that kind of led you astray. How are you feeling about that seed overall, lofoz?
Oh, pretty annoyed actually. It seems like no matter which way I take is always the wrong way.
Yeah, this was especially a bad one. The game just gave you every option on the table and said, "Here you go, get lucky." But at the same time, it was relatively painless in some ways.
I almost always check ordeals on my first round. I know it's not a popular opinion, but that's why I like to do it. And this is like the one time I said, you know what, I'm gonna skip ordeals. I don't really need it.
Yeah, it was very fortunate that kind of you found Cecil there in Dwarf Castle and kind of like nudged you like, hey, remember me? Remember ordeals? Hey.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have even gone back if I didn't have that crystal sword either.
Well, we're all very grateful for that, especially since you were the last person on the restream, and otherwise probably looking at a 17-17.
Oh yeah, that would be my norm in these qualifiers so far.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes when you got 2 key abs to find in 28 spots.
Yeah, it's usually spot number 28 for me. Not today, so that's good.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a 10 key item run over a 17 or 17 any day with these flag sets.
All right, well, congrats to you both. Thanks so much for being on our restream.
Yep, thanks for having us.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody in the scene who helps put these on and makes them possible. And looking forward to a great quarterfinals and then the rest of the way up through.
All right, thanks, guys. So, Neerrm, I guess we should talk about who qualified and who didn't.
All right, so our 23 qualifiers are Moonblaze Wolf, Simbu, Aka Shinobi, Air, Dobby Two-Step, who won tonight's race, Woobear, Dusty Griff, Night Dew, Zilch, Hippos, 2nd place in tonight's race, Mechalink, 3rd place in tonight's race, Aizen Tayama, 4th place in tonight's race, Flurry 14, Ike here, who is tracking for us. Thank you, Ike here. You're the best. Peasant, OMFG, 15th. Keddril, Poydrak, Gaming with a Wraith, Marth SR, Rex Rawl, Aran Castro 86, Chokosura, and Big Dunka. And one final slight change. We did have one of our auto qualifiers decide to drop out. So 24th place, Pizza 34. You are the luckiest man alive, and you also qualify. Congratulations.
Woo! Big hype.
And they will be joining our auto qualifiers, whose names I don't immediately have in front of me, but I can probably rattle them off.
Almegas, Invenerable.
The Fizz.
Right, the Fizz, yeah.
We're good at this, promise. I found it.
Kobahi.
Right. Kobahi, yes. Swimming Liani, Penguinator, Scratch Dragon. That's it.
We
got 'em all.
definitely prepared for this.
Yeah.
For this moment. So, what about those people who didn't qualify, Neerrm?
What about those people? There's a lot of people who were really, really close but didn't quite make it. And I feel like these people really enjoy their racing.
Yeah, I think maybe it would be beneficial if there were some sort of tournament for those people.
Yeah, you know, or maybe somebody couldn't quite make any of the qualifiers, schedule didn't work out, or, you know, maybe they were a little bit too nervous or didn't want to, didn't practice enough. Well, boy, do we have the league for you.
That's right. We call this thing the Hummingway Open, or what was our good abbreviation here? The Hopin.
Hoppin'.
So, the Hoppin?
Is it the
Hopin?
bunny? That's the joke.
No.
Yes.
No. I
Yes.
refuse. Anyway, the Hummingway Open. We will have a sign-up sheet for this. Going to start it a little bit in the middle of the highway to the Zemus Zone, and anybody can join who is not qualified, and it's just a nice, fun little tournament for everybody. Kind of make sure that you guys didn't learn this game, get all stuck in everything for nothing. So, if you did not qualify tonight, hey, we've got a league for you.
Yeah, it is open to all the people who are not currently qualified for the highway to the Zemus Zone. So if you wanted to try it out, get some races, it's going to be a little bit of a Swiss format. So the better you do, the better the people you'll face. And the winner of this league will receive a Z-Sprite of their choice.
That's right. And you know, if you're just watching this now, even, you know, you think, well, maybe this is something I'd like to get into. Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from signing up for this league. So please, come check it out. Come win that Z-Sprite. Finally, we can get some good quality Z-Sprites, right? There's not enough of those.
Eh,
I'm kidding,
400's not enough.
I'm kidding, Scarlett. Don't kill me.
Work harder. Work harder. But yeah,
So yeah, we will leave it at that. Hummingway Open, if you did not qualify for Highway to the Zemus Zone, anybody can join.
and that'll do it for our league qualifiers. Congratulations to the 24 people who have qualified from these qualifiers, and it'll be fun to see how they match up against our 8 auto qualifiers, and it's going to be a good time.
That's right. And again, in case you missed the list, we've got Moonblaze Wolf, Simbu, Baka Shinobi, Error, Dobby Two Step, Woo Bear, Dusty Griff, Night Dew, Zilch, Hippos, Mecha Link, Aizen Tayama, Flurry 14, Aker, who is doing our tracking tonight. Thanks, Aker. Peasants OMFG, Keddril, Poidrak, Gaming with a Wraith, Marth SR, Rex Raul, RN Castro 86, Choco Sura, Big Dunka, and because of a last minute dropout, we awarded one last spot to Pizza 34.
All right, well, I believe that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you once again for watching. There's going to be a lot of league matches coming up soon. They're going to be restreamed on a multitude of channels, primarily RPG Limit Break, but also Free Enterprise. The Hummingway Open, however, we're not, because we want to focus more on Highway to the Zemus Zone, not going to be restreamed very rarely. So don't get your hopes up on being on the big screen. Sorry. But you still get your Z-Sprite. That seems pretty good to me. And yeah, that'll do it for us. Any final thoughts, Rivers?
I'm ready for dinner.
All right. Dinner time.
Yeah.
Thanks all, and have a wonderful evening.